Today I'm going to talk to you about the sugar yeast carbon dioxide trap that was developed at Rutgers University by Dr. Chang-Lu Wan and his associates. And so what we have here are all the ingredients that you're going to need to make up this do-it-yourself carbon dioxide trap or monitor for bed bugs. And what we're going to start with is this dog bowl here. Now this is a simple dog bowl that you can buy at your local stores. And what this is going to do is it's going to serve as a what we call interception device. And what that means is that here we have two of our common household interception devices that typically go under the legs of beds. And as bed bugs come to the bed and go to feed on you or someone else sleeping in that bed, they walk up the sides, fall in the trap wells, and they can't get out. These are obviously very small for the container that we're going to be using in this trap. And so these larger dog bowls will support the size and weight of the trap we're creating. And as you can see, creates that same interception device we just mentioned. Now the first thing you need to consider is that the outside of this dog bowl is very slick and shiny in nature. Bed bugs are going to have a very difficult time climbing this. And so the first thing you want to do is actually texture the outside of that dog bowl. This one here has a cloth texture to it. The issue with this is that bed bugs sometimes can get underneath this cloth. The better option may be to use surgical tape or cloth tape that you can buy at many of your local pharmacies. And what you're going to do is you're going to take it and you're going to go ahead and line the outside of that dog bowl so the bed bugs can walk up and easily fall in. The next thing that you're going to need to do with your dog bowl is take talcum powder in a small simple cotton ball, dip the cotton ball in the talcum powder, and you're going to lightly dust the inside of this dog bowl. And what that's going to do is it's going to make the surfaces on the inside very slick so that bed bugs cannot climb back out of that interception device. And so now that you have your freshly dusted interception devices here, your traps are ready to go. And we're going to set this one aside. We're going to use the two that already have cloth on the outside of them for demonstration purposes. The next thing we're going to do is actually make our trap, or our carbon dioxide. So what we have here is a bucket or a simple Tupperware container, and the most important feature of this is that it's about 4 gallons in size and has some sort of lid. The lid is important to keep children and pets out of this when it's going on and it's actually releasing carbon dioxide, and also to give it some security. Remember that there is going to be a certain amount of fluid in here, and if it tips over, some of that may pour out, and the lid may prevent at least some of that from leaking out. So we have our container here. Take the lid off, and what we're going to mix in here is 150 grams of dry active yeast, 750 grams of sugar, and 3 liters of warm water about 40 degrees Celsius or about 100 degrees Fahrenheit. You're going to go ahead and you're going to dump all 3 of those into your container. You're going to take any type of stirring device and stir that mixture for about 5 minutes. So what that's going to do is as soon as you're done, it's going to start releasing carbon dioxide. That's going to give off about 1.5 humans worth of carbon dioxide over the course of the night. And so what that means is if you had 2 people sleeping in a room, those 2 people would probably give off more carbon dioxide than this trap of 1.5 people would. The reason why I mention that is a lot of people ask, is this trap safe to be set in a room where somebody's sleeping? And if it's done properly as instructed here in this video, it should pose little to no risk to anybody sleeping in that room. And so what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and stir that mixture, as I said before. When you're done stirring it for 5 minutes, put your lid back on so curious hands can't easily access it. And now you've got your interception devices here. And what these are small wooden coasters. You can use a lot of different things for this. And what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and put these coasters on the 4 pedestals in these interception devices. And what that's going to do is it's going to raise the bucket or container that you use to make your sugar yeast trap up off of the top of the interception devices or dog bowls. And what that's going to do is as bed bugs walk up the side of this, if it's up off of these devices, the bed bugs can't easily walk up this container. And so that way they fall in and they're trapped. And so you're going to go ahead and set this next to any areas that you feel may have bed bugs, next to the bed or next to the couch, and you're going to leave it overnight. And when you come back in the morning, you can take this off. This is obviously a very, sugar, yeast, and water organic type trap. This can be dumped right down the toilet to dispose of it. And then you're going to go ahead, take a flashlight, and inspect the inner trap wells of these devices and see if you have any bed bugs. The best way to monitor for bed bugs is doing this exact procedure a couple nights in a row. That will increase the chance that you capture bed bugs if there are any in the environment that you're monitoring. And research at Rutgers University has shown that this trap is highly effective for monitoring for bed bugs and very similar in its effect to dry ice traps, which you will see links next to this video in reference to where you can find more information about the dry ice traps.